This here is from Reddit. Diddy accuser must reveal name or SA case will be thrown out, judge rules. A woman who anonymously sued the rapper failed to prove that revealing her identity would cause mental harm, the judge ruled, saying public humiliation is not enough. A woman who anonymously sued Sean Diddy Combs this month for SA or the R word, whatever you want to say, must reveal her name or her lawsuit will be tossed out, a judge has ruled. Now, all right, if you don't want to put your name out there publicly for the newspapers and things, you have to at least tell the judge in the court. I guess you've got to tell somebody who could take it down legally and say you are the person you are. The woman's complaint filed under Jane Doe in the Southern District of New York accuses Combs of R-wording her in 2004 at a Manhattan hotel when she was 19 years old. I mean, if he did this, I would like to see justice, and that seems terrible, but it just doesn't seem like we could progress without knowing who the person is, because then couldn't anybody just say that? I mean, are they saying she's just never going to reveal her name to anybody except her lawyer and that law firm or whatever, and the court and judge and Diddy doesn't know? It's kind of sad. Like, in a perfect world, it might be able to work like that, but it doesn't seem possible to move forward without actually naming the person. That's my opinion. Maybe I'm getting something wrong. However, U.S. District Attorney Mary Kay Vajiskal, if I'm saying that right, that's a interesting last name, in a ruling Wednesday said that while the case is highly sensitive and Jane Doe is likely to face public scrutiny if she proceeds under her own name, her desire to remain anonymous does not outweigh the interests of Combs and the public in the customary and constitutionally embedded presumption of openness in judicial proceedings. I gotta agree, man. I mean, yeah, like, it kind of sucks. You'd have to come out and say that, but it just seems like there's no way around it. It's a need-to-know basis. The judge said the woman's complaint provided insufficient evidence that she would face significant risk of harm if publicly named. The judge then said her lawyers offered no support for this assertion beyond the fact that 20 years ago, Combs threatened Doe's life if she fled at the time of the alleged incident. The complaint also said that Combs had no contact with Doe in the years since and noted that Combs is currently detained. He might have done this. There's a lot of stuff floating around there, but 20 years ago is quite a long time. You could argue, if I want to be as generous as I possibly can, that now that everyone's coming out, she felt she could come out, but what's to stop like 1,000 people from coming out and saying, he did this, I'm Jane Doe, I'd like a settlement. There's got to be some kind of a bar. There's got to be some kind of a requirement to actually come out and accuse. The judge said she also considered the fairness to Combs' camp in defending himself, which would be difficult without her identity being made public, given that the alleged attack happened 20 years ago. Yeah, I mean, those are just facts to me. How can you defend yourself against something that happened 20 years ago without even knowing who the person is? They say that she was invited to a photo shoot in 2004. She went to the photo shoot where she and another freshman from her dormitory were invited to an after party. At that party, Combs told Doe and her friend they should come to his hotel first for more exclusive party. Jane Doe and her friend agreed and were taken to a Manhattan area Marriott hotel by a member of Combs' entourage, the complaint said. There, Jane Doe and her friend were allegedly grabbed and taken to a separate bedroom off of the main party and locked inside with Combs, according to the file. Once inside, Combs allegedly gave them drinks, ordered them to use some drugs, the white stuff, and forcibly touched them, the complaint said. He allegedly ordered Jane Doe's friend to perform going down there on him, or else he would have them both killed, and R-worded Doe according to the following. All right, I mean, they gave some details, but I'm just not sure how they can prove it. They can maybe give details of the room, which would have changed over 20 years or something. I just don't know. I just don't see it. Having said that, I hope he didn't do this. I hope he doesn't get away with it. I'm not rooting for it to be squashed because, to defend Diddy. I'm just saying logically it seems hard to prove. And as they say, especially without revealing her name. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Doing all things Johnny Depp, following Diddy, Little Megan once in a while. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.